Hello everyone, welcome to the Hard Reset channel, and today I'm going to show you a few secret settings that you should change right now on the OPPO Find X9 and X9 Pro. So if you want to make your user experience much better, here are a few things that you should change, and we're going to start off with high performance mode. So high performance mode is one of the modes on the OPPO X9 Pro, which allows you to enhance the performance on your phone. So maybe you're doing an intensive task that requires a lot of resources, and high performance mode helps with that. And to enable it, we're going to go to Settings, and then scroll down to Battery, and select High Performance Mode. So as you can see, your device will perform at its best. This may increase power usage and cause your device to heat up, and this is something that you should be aware of. So it does heat up your device a little, and as you can see, it loses a little charge. So for example, with balance mode you have 23 hours and high performance mode 22, so about an hour less. And once it's enabled, most of the resources on your phone will go to performance or like processing things. So once you have that enabled, make sure to disable it when you're not using it. And let's move on to the next tip, which would be to enable Pro XDR for super bright and detailed photos. And this phone supports extended dynamic resolution, which is like HDR, just a little better. And to enable it, we're going to go to the Photos app, tap on the three dots on the top right, select Settings, and then tap View with Pro XDR, and enable these two options. And once these two options are enabled, you can tap on them to toggle them on and off. So once they're enabled, if you go to our Photo app, and once we've taken a Pro XDR photo, we can tap and hold on the little icon on the bottom left to see the difference between a normal photo and a Pro XDR photo. So you might not see the photo at its full potential through the camera right here, but it does make quite a lot of difference, and the photo is much brighter. And the next tip, also with the camera, is to boost the camera quality with 50 megapixel mode. And you can find this in the Hasselblad high-res mode. So the OPPO Find X9 Pro has a collaboration with Hasselblad, which allows us to make better colored photos with 50 megapixel resolution. So as you can see, it says 50 MP right here on the top once we select Hasselblad high-res. And if we take a photo, you can check whether the photo is 50 megapixels or not by selecting the photo and then scrolling up to enable some details. And you can see right here in the middle left, we have 50 megapixels. So this photo is indeed 50 megapixel resolution. And then the next thing that we have is the night mode tripod mode, also with the camera. So if you want to take a night photo at its best, you can do that simply by going to night mode. And to enable this option, we need to go to More in the little selection menu on the bottom, and then select Night, and then tap on this little icon on the top left to enable tripod mode. And what this option does is, when it detects that your phone is standing very still, it's going to allow you to take long exposure photos. So for example, right now it's at 8 seconds, but if you go to normal night mode without a tripod, it's going to take a lot less, about 2 seconds to actually take the photo. But the longer the photo is taken, the longer the exposure, the better the night mode photo. So this option is recommended when you're taking a night mode photo. So let's move on to the next tip, which could be incredibly useful, is the RAM expansion. So this phone has about 12 gigabytes of RAM, depending on the model you have. And you can simply use some of the storage on your phone to act as a virtual RAM. And to enable this option, we need to go to Settings, then scroll down to the About Device option right here, and then tap on RAM. And here we have the RAM expansion option, which we need to toggle on if you want to use it. And here you can select how much you can expand the storage by. So you can do all the way up to 12 gigabytes from 4 to 8 to 12. Just make sure that that space is available. So for example, if your storage has less than 12 gigabytes available, VRAM will not be able to use the whole 12 gigabytes. So make sure that your storage is freed up to the amount of gigabytes you need to use for the additional RAM. So the next option that we have, which is also really useful when you're charging your phone, is the optimizing battery health with smart charging. And what smart charging does is it slows the charging at night to protect the battery. So if you normally connect your phone to a charger, it charges to 100%, and then slowly drops to 99, and then back up to 100, 99, 100, 99, 100, all the way up until the morning until disconnected, which could make your battery life and your battery health a little worse. So to prevent that, we need to enable smart charging. And to enable it, we're going to go to Settings. Then from the main menu, we're going to scroll down to Battery, tap on Battery, and scroll down again to Battery Health, and enable smart charging right here. And you can read down here, it says to slow down battery aging, your device learns from charging habits and adjusts charging patterns accordingly. And that pretty much helps with the battery health. And the next thing that we have is, it has to do with the refresh rate on the OPPO X9 Pro. And to enable higher refresh rates, we need to go to Settings and scroll down to Display and Brightness. Scroll down again until we find Screen Refresh Rate. Tap on that. Here you have a few options. So you have Auto Select, which selects the refresh rate depending on the battery power or how much battery power you consume. And then we have Standard, which is locked to 60 Hz, which is basically 60 FPS. And then we have 120 Hz, which is 120 FPS, which you can see in real life. And it's a lot more smoother. So make sure to enable this option for the smoothest experience. And that is pretty much it for the hidden settings on the OPPO Find X9 Pro. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.